very long time. It has constraints, and it has problems. And it's a constraint satisfaction problem because you want to find a solution within the bin. You know, you want it to solve itself. But you want to be studying heavy drinking while you're constrained. So, in order to proceed, you press a button. And then, this is the capstone demonstration. We worked on this simulation for many, many years. And as you will see, this robot has been drinking. It will climb these stairs under constraints. So, as I continue this, what we did is a robotic simulation in which we actually simulated pure cognitive stuff while it was under. And then, as you can see, now this would never happen under real circumstances. We know that. And so we considered this an actual failure of simulation. Because the robot had actually not drunk enough to fall. But we decided to continue on with our work in this area. And in order to do so, we decided to drink more. Because none of us had actually simulated the processes enough to really understand the constraint of drinking more under constraints. And I'm going to get this button. So we decided to reverse the role of the robot. And so the robot is now serving drinks to a different robot. But we increased the simulation of the robot to be more natural. We thought that would work because now it has a more simulated body and stuff. And so, to do so, we created an interface that was more network quality, like I talked about this morning. So we had connections and nodes, and they all came together. And then when you had more connections, as you can see in this bottom, what we did is we erased all of the connections when you're drinking. And so, when you're drinking, you have no activation. So there's no activation to actually feed you. As you can see in this point here, that's where he fell. That's exactly where he fell. And so, we consider this a huge success, particularly in relation to the suspense of seeing the graph and actually seeing the results. Now, we had many people work on these results, and what you see in terms of these up and down bars are the results of when you drink too much. What happens is you have a lot of activation and then you have a little activation. You have a lot of activation and a little activation. You have a lot of activation and a little activation. And the different colors of bars are the different kinds of drinks. So when you drink a margarita, it goes up. And then when you drink some vodka, it goes down. And then have a beer. And then always end with a Bloody Mary. For the love of God. And so what we end with is, if I ever could figure out this stupid thing, is more of these results which were replicated perfectly in every single situation. See, the vodka always made you drunk. And it always makes you happy. Bloody Marys are good, even though they have vodka, but they have that tomato juice in it, and that kind of helps. And so, and to conclude, thank you.
Danielle, who had the title of this talk, by the way? Okay, fire your questions at Danielle, whoever you'd like to.
Yes.
Can you comment on how drunk your graduate student was when he assembled your slides?
Oh, absolutely I can comment on that. You know, at first we weren't worried, but then actually we had to have AA step in, and then it didn't really work. But they said that they affected by the amounts of alcohol, which we actually advise against replicating this study. In future experiments, we advise using pot.